And we're back! Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal playing Oracle of Ages, and last time we were here, we had our fateful encounter with Maple, and we acquired the magic ore from her in exchange for our touching book, and in addition to that, now we're heading our way towards Rafton's house, who, if you don't remember, is actually the fellow who gave us the raft that let us travel to Crescent Island. He actually is the next step in this trading quest, although there's not really much reason to go and talk to him again, but he is who you gotta talk to next. Anyway, spoilers, this is post-commentary still. This should be my last episode that's post-commentated. Anyway, give him the magic ore? Sure enough. I'm just doing this because I actually did record, like, I guess live commentary, but I just didn't like how it turned out. I was very tired when I was recording it, and it sounds like shit. And so, that's what we're gonna do. In any case. We got our C ukulele, and now we actually are at the step before the penultimate. We're at the second to last item in the trading quest. And now we have to go to this area we haven't actually visited before, which is partly my bad. I'm doing a crummy job of exploring in between the dungeons, but again, this is a blind LP. And while I normally explore more, it's really hard for me to... it's really hard for me to keep track of where I'm going while I'm actually doing the LP, and talking. Especially because I tend to really talk about a lot of random shit, you know what I mean? But anyway, so we're making our way over there. And this last leg of the trading quest all takes place in the past, by the way, so in case you were wondering. That is one of the things that makes Oracle of Ages kind of, not hard, but doing the trading quest in it kind of, I probably wouldn't have been able to figure this out by myself. Without playing the game. Well, not playing the... I might. I don't know. I've been pretty savvy in Zelda games in the past, but it's just with the time travel, I forget to check multiple areas in different times and like talk to NPCs. Although usually when I play games, I tend to talk to NPCs like all the freaking time. Anyway, how I miss the smell. How I miss the smell, sound of the sea. Give him the C ukulele? Ah yeah, that ukulele has the spirit of the she in it. That smell, that sound, that's so good of you to respect your elders, kids. Kids, there's only one. Will I give you something old? This is the hero's sword that a great hero gave my ancestors. You got the broken sword. Hey, it's broken. Go figure. What's that? It's broken. Well, whatevs. Get into it. Stay in a child's place. So, yeah, alright, so now what we have to do, basically, is we actually have to go back to the present, which I'm gonna forget to do in a second. We're gonna use some Gale Seeds, after we go to the present, and travel to... what the heck is that place called? Symmetry City. Because we actually need to go back up the restoration wall and get our shit completed. In any case, yeah, that's definitely become a verbal tick now, Raffle. How are y'all doing? Right now it is 12:13 a.m. Just got done with the general meeting for GLBTQ. I'm kind of moody lately. I find myself getting really moody. And getting a bit stressed out. Not necessarily from GLBTQ, but I'm naturally not very cranky, but I'm naturally gravitate towards crankiness. And, just grumpery. But, I tend to get reminded a lot that I fucking hate people. I fucking hate people. I dislike people, basically. Yeah, I just dislike people. And that I have trouble fitting in with people, which is another problem, which I guess one might lead to the other, or it just might be a cyclical thing, or they just could be completely unrelated, but I fucking hate people. I also, actually I don't really hate people, I fucking hate society. That's a better answer, and I hate how the world works. I generally have a pretty benign view of people. I think most people aren't particularly bad or good. I just think they're noobs trying to flop around and find ways to be happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what people do. I think it takes a lot of work to be actively malicious. And I mean, I think there definitely, oh, you don't have to tell me, there's some horrible ooh, almost had to censor myself. There's some horrible queens on this planet, and just horrible human beings, even outside of the gay spectrum. Or the GLBTQ spectrum. But, there definitely are people who get off on other people's pain, and right here I'm actually making a dumb mistake. I keep playing my tune of Currents when I'm in the present. And I forget that I need to be playing the Tune of Ages on top of the portal. Anyway, but I feel like those people are really doing it just to secure happiness for themselves, not literally for maliciousness sakes. Like, if it didn't make them feel good about themselves, they just wouldn't do it anymore. But in any case, that's my general view of people. I just think people are newbie, which isn't bad. I mean, I think also that's a pet peeve of mine. I think a lot of people associate people who hurt other people's feelings with badness, and that causes all sorts of really interesting implications. Because some people, when with that model of goodness and badness based solely off of hurting people's feelings, it really doesn't. What a lot of that amounts to is that people who do things that I think it can lead to people who are very savvy about what other people want. It can lead to people just becoming liars, which is, I mean, that's a value-laden statement in itself. I mean, who am I to judge? I mean, I don't know necessarily if lying is inherently bad or not, but I'm just saying it can lead to people being liars or just saying things to please people, or just really avoiding conflict, but at the same time still doing things that even according to this model might not be nice, but still be in the okay, if that makes any sense. I guess what I'm basically trying to say is that a model of goodness or badness based solely... I need to move this nut over here, sorry. What we're actually about to do, I'm going to pause. We're actually about to get our upgrade for our bomb bag, so I'm going to go ahead and pay attention again and finish this discussion after we do that. I don't... Incidentally, when I'm post-commentating this, I don't have the sound on, so I probably fucked up the, I was probably really out of key, but anyway. Alright, so what we have to do basically is throw a bomb into that lake, and then this fairy will pop out and be like, yo bro, you lose something, and then you'd be like, yeah, totes. And then, it'll throw you back some murder bombs. Basically. Yes, yes. Do not throw anything into the water. Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. I'm a rebel. Alright then. Did you drop a gold bomb or... That's not cute. Yo, so you drop a gold bomb or a silver one? You pretty legit, bro. I'll hook you up with some more bombs. Get into it. There we go. Boom, baby. Alright, so, now that we've done that, back to what I was talking about. I think a model of basing morality basically off of hurting people's feelings, it leads to, for one, people having this idea of being having your feelings hurt being reasonable or unreasonable. So people who hurt other people's feelings sometimes say, well, you shouldn't have had your feelings hurt, and therefore you're in the wrong, not me. And it also puts people in a situation where really morality is based off of not offending people, but at the same time that's an impossible task, which I guess leads back to the first issue of because it's impossible, we have things that are considered reasonable hurting people's feelings and unreasonable things to have your feelings hurt by. So I'm not a big fan of that model, and the reason why I bring this up is that I also think it gears people away from I think in part it kind of limits people, which is not even inherently bad, in my opinion. I just think that it limits kind of the range of things that people talk to, and then it causes people to, like, react extremely... I am about to die, aren't I? No, I'm not. Okay. It limits people to talking about certain things in a certain way, and then it doesn't really leave round to necessarily see where the other person's coming from. Like, it matters only if they hurt someone's feelings, not necessarily the reason why in a lot of situations. And in addition to that, we have an idea of appropriate ways to hurt people's feelings. Like, kind of like what I mentioned, I think, last episode, when I was like, it's decidedly... Well, actually, that's not true. A lot of people don't like passive-aggressive people, but it's a bit more complicated. And there we go, now I died, finally. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut ahead. There we go. There are socially appropriate ways to be mean to people, and all that shit. So I just don't really like that model of morality. And I think that's also, a lot of it comes from, see, now I'm on something. You know, I'm not even gonna talk about this now, but I think that a lot of that comes from people talking to, or a lot of morality comes from your relationship with your parents, and that a lot of the things that are ingrained to you that are wrong are basically your parents trying to reproduce things that upset or bother them, or confirm or deny their worldview. So, like, parents decidedly, in my opinion, a lot of times don't want their children not to be like them. Like, which is not to say that's good or bad, it's just that seems to be the general trend. And I think that part of that morality of not hurting people's feelings is parents often just basically say, don't do things that hurt my feelings. That is in fact wrong, because they have the power to determine what's wrong or right or wrong. Okay, anyway, so we're doing this fucking minigame again. Fuck this shit, I hate it. I'm gonna lose, spoilers, because this is post-commentary. I'm gonna fuck up. And there we go. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and show you a easier way to go ahead and do this. So go ahead and start the ceremony again. And this worked for me pretty easily. Hang out in that corner and get them all grouped up. This took some experimentation to find out. And then let them knock you in the hole. That's the really important part. And then just stand on the button and wail on them, and you'll actually knock them into the thing all at once. And that's really important, just because it's so hard to get them to cooperate because of just how little control you have over your sword. And it takes me a while again to actually regroup them, just because it's really awkward to control, well, not control, but to do anything about them once they're all stacked up on you. There we go, that's one more. Alright, now we need to regroup them again, but I need to get on the button first, because... Okay, there we go. Alright, and now I'm grouping back up at the top. And the Pegasus seeds are also important because they let you get back to the button before they get at a weird angle. And let's get that last dude in there. And there we go! Alright, so yay. Now we actually have our noble sword. My ceremony succeeded. You are talented. You got through this ceremony, and your broken sword is good as new. here you go. You got the Sacred Noble Sword. Yay! Alright, and if we have anything else broken, it looks like it'll fix it. So, first off, fuck you. I hate you, repairman dude. And secondly, have a good day, y'all, or night, or morning. And I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Peace.